They can't figure out how to open the door. I can't open the door, but he can't figure out how to open the door. Is it really stuck? Yeah. Oh my god. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm in the European days. I'm European dazed and confused. So we're in Augsburg. We're in Augsburg, yeah. Germany, which is like a little bit, like an hour northwest of Munich. Mm-hmm. So we're in...
It's hot outside.
Yeah, there's not a lot of AC that happens in European Airbnbs.
No.
I guess European anything.
I guess not.
Not a lot of AC. Let's rewind a little bit. How we got here.
So we had our move out day, and then we spent the night at my parents', who then took us to the airport.
We made it.
We met Braden at the airport, who is my climbing teammate, who is in the same category, and he's 19.
Cute little 19-year-old. Gucci goo.
I just remember it was a really funny story. We were like, what are you gonna do on the flight? And Sam and I were like, we're gonna work.
Yeah.
And then he was like, we were like, what are you gonna do? And he was like, I'm gonna make friendship bracelets.
I knew he was serious, and I think Johnny didn't think he was serious.
He's so funny.
He forgot his friendship bracelet stuff.
Yeah. We took him to the Delta Lounge. Okay, you're about to experience your first lounge.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
A heck of a luxury. I'm feeling honored.
We're gonna...
I think it was pretty good, dude. I'm very appreciative of the Delta Sky Lounge today. I mean,
What's your favorite part of the Delta Sky Lounge?
Probably the food, obviously. I'd say my favorite food. They had some gas pasta. I liked the pasta.
The pasta was I think it was like tortellini.
Yeah, it was good.
Fettuccine tortellini.
Chicken was good.
Free cocktails.
I didn't drink.
I did. Yeah, I did do that. Free drink.
So we get on our second flight from Atlanta to Munich.
Yeah.
It was about a 9-hour flight. Well, we just boarded our flights to Munich.
To Munich, yeah.
Yeah. And now
we're deciding what movies to watch or deciding on whether to be more responsible and do more work. I watched Avatar for the first time.
That's right, you did.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked it a lot. A lot of metaphors. Yeah. Yeah. It's obviously not a movie to watch on a little airplane screen, but I got the gist.
You got the gist of the Pocahontas.
I got the Pocahontas?
Yeah, it's kind of like Pocahontas. Like
I don't think we're allowed to say Pocahontas anymore.
Really?
I think that's like against the rules.
Then it's like the Native American Disney movie?
I think it's like Avatar.
Okay.
Don't mess with nature, I guess. That's the point. That's what it seems like.
And fall in love with weird creatures.
I don't think that's the point.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, we landed in Munich completely jet lagged.
Exercises. We just landed in Munich. We have another 3-hour bus ride into Austria, or Innsbruck.
Into Innsbruck.
We're staying around 7 minutes from the venue. But I'm getting hungry.
We got a 3-hour bus ride, which was kind of the most painful part of it.
That's right.
A 3-hour bus ride after a 3-hour flight plus a 9-hour flight.
Yeah. You passed out, Braden passed out. It was a beautiful bus ride into the valley of...
I couldn't appreciate any of the beauty.
It was amazing.
Because I was just angry with my fatigue.
Yeah, it was beautiful, amazing. We got to our hotel. I rented it on VRBO. And the pictures just look immaculate.
The pictures were not the same as the actual VRBO, so...
You know, and Braden was gonna stay with us, you know, just to bum a couch or a bed to save money. And so on the picture, you know, there was a pool, and then there was a couch in the picture that we knew we were gonna have. And we show up there, and this room my van is bigger than this room. We didn't have a trash can in our room. I was so surprised. We asked the guy, we were like, hey, so where's the pool at? Like, assuming there's a pool.
The guy comes out in a bathing suit. And so I was like, hey man, where's the pool?
So he was like, there is no pool And we were like, what do you mean? There's the picture. That's why we got this place.
And your swimsuit trunks are on.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, that's a private pool that some guy owns. And we were like, okay. And so we were like, that is such a bummer. He hands us the key because the keypad, it was too sticky. The buttons were too sticky to press. It was disgusting. So we opened it up. It was just not what the picture looked like. And Braden being Braden, who is a 19-year-old kid, goes straight to the counter against the window. He's like, I'll sleep on this counter. It's fine. And we were like,
so he put an extra blanket. It took us about 3 hours to get an extra blanket.
It's the hardest counter of all time.
He made a bed on the counter. And I was and we were talking about ways in which to fit the three of us on a different angle on the small.
No AC. It had one window. The window cracked maybe 4 inches.
Yeah, the window cracked, but it did not open.
It didn't open. And so we were sweating. 3 of us were sweating in this tiny, tiny place. And I just was like, this is not, we shouldn't stay here. So I'm on the phone with VRBO for about an hour and a half, thanks to VRBO. We had to take pictures and video. And the lady on the other line was like, you're right. This does not look like the pictures at all.
You're right.
And so we get our money back on top of reimbursement for that night's stay to another hotel.
Yeah. We're so tired that Braden and I are like, we should just stay here.
I was like, are you kidding me, guys?
For one night.
We can't stay here. Y'all both want to stay. And Braden was like, dude, I just took a melatonin.
I was like, so did I.
I was like, we have to go now. And he goes, all right, let's lock in.
And in that moment, Braden and I had both taken melatonin to go to sleep. We're showered and everything. Braden's like, all right, let's lock in. Let's do this. And I was thinking, I'm not locking in anything right now. I'm about to be a slug and a half.
We arrived at our hotel. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even give us a trash can. I'm so surprised. So we got a new hotel, thanks to VRBO. But they're gonna refund us. And we're going to a different hotel. BB's chilling. And we're going to, actually going to a really nice hotel because they're gonna reimburse us for that and then give us a full refund. So then we're gonna go to another Airbnb tomorrow, check in tomorrow. It's been a hell of a day. And we have to compete Monday. So we have to lock in, as Braden would say. We show up at this really nice hotel.
The Penn's West. Would recommend anyone
we stay at the Penn's West Hotel. It was amazing. The front desk, they just, our energy gave out. We are tired. So the front desk, they are so nice and generous. Our room was incredibly nice. There's 3 beds. We wake up in the morning. We had amazing breakfast. It was just
it's like
divine.
Yeah, divine is the word. I mean, there's like abundance of tea, any coffee, which way.
We were eating breakfast, and you were like, she goes, why don't we just stay here? So I go to the front desk and they gave us such like $100 off.
How?
I just told them, I was like, hey, we would love to extend. You guys are so amazing. And she was like, I don't know if we have room. And she was like, what are you here for? And I was like, well, we are competing. We'll take a queen size room and give him the cot. She thought the cot meaning like for babies. She started laughing. She was like, no. We'll give you a 3rd bed. And so she gives us the room that we stayed in, which was amazing. It had this balcony and this overlook. It was amazing. And she gave us for $170 a night. And we extended it for 7 days and stayed there. It was...
I don't want to know how you got that rate.
It was the hotel was amazing. We're staying there next year 100%.
Most definitely.
Yeah, when the competition. So we just want to tell you how amazing Innsbruck is, first of all.
Let's show them.
Okay. There's a bunch of gelato and ice cream places.
Bunch of gelato places. Should we get one with 2 flavors and share it?
No, I'll have just a bite of yours.
Okay.
You have to remember I'm competing tomorrow, babe.
Whatever. I didn't even try that.
The town sits in the middle of these crazy mountains.
Yeah, it's just impeccable.
The AGL, or the altitude ground level, we're sitting lower, so it's at like 2,400 feet.
So the mountains seem so much more massive.
But you're sitting, yeah, and the mountains are on either side of you.
Yeah.
There's a river that runs right through the town, and it's blue. It's like a turquoise blue. The buildings are colorful.
Yeah, it's so cute and colorful.
Just the architecture of this place was just so amazing.
And
it's unreal.
This whole city, town is so sporty.
Yeah.
Everyone is like running and biking and hiking and
they're showing like sporting events downtown on TVs and stuff.
Yeah, like big screen up, blow up TVs situation.
Brady and I, and you go to KI and we train.
I have never been more intimidated in my life.
Yeah, you weren't having a good day.
That was not my day.
So yeah, we trained and I competed in my first international competition.
International debut?
The production was 100 times bigger than Salt Lake City.
It was huge.
There was hundreds of people.
The announcer was so great, so funny.
He was amazing.
So engaging.
There was music. There's an outside wall. It's huge, and the steepness of this wall was like 50 degrees. It was crazy how much it jetted out.
I had no desire to get on that wall.
My goodness. Yeah, it just gave me a new respect for how Europeans climb, honestly.
For sure.
And how they train. As far as the competition goes, the first qualifying route, I just think in my technique, I've been climbing for 13 years, 14 years. My technique has got me this far. You know, outside climbing is a little different from indoor climbing.
And most of your experiences with outdoor climbing.
Yeah. I know going forward that these routes, nothing is given, you know, and I've been approaching that like, hey, my technique will get me to a certain point, and then that's when I can start maybe going a little, 70%, 80%. No, that's not how it's gonna be. It's gonna be, I have to work every move and think every move and be smart at every move, every sequence. My first qualifying route, I did not approach it the way I should have. I embarrassed myself. I think I got maybe 29 moves, not even.
It's not embarrassing, but this whole thing is just a huge learning experience.
Yeah, it's a new learning experience. It was just poor performance.
Yeah.
It really was. I was down. I was really bummed, especially knowing I can climb harder and better. I had to sit in my thoughts for 8 hours. I didn't climb until 4.
Oh yeah, because of the rain.
Yeah. So it rained, it got delayed, and so I had to sit in my thoughts, and I didn't listen to any music, and when I was getting ready, I was just kind of at peace.
Yeah.
It was a weird thing, and
he was the chillest I've ever seen him. It's great.
Yeah, and in my second qualifying route, I think I did a lot better.
So much better.
I moved, but I now know how hard I need to work to get to where I need to go, to get to compete and to go to finals.
Yeah.
To get a spot, to try to compete in the spot of a podium. Braden killed it.
Yeah, he did great.
He got second. Ben got first, who is another teammate. And so it's good to see the two USA in my category. That was really cool.
Sure.
And then Phil got third, who was this amazing German climber. Final thoughts. I love climbing. I love competing. I love training. I love trying to get better and stronger in different ways that I can, as much as I can, and just being smarter. I love competing at these competitions. I mean, you just meet amazing people. I got to know Manny, who is from India.
He's an incredible climber.
He's an incredible climber, and he usually makes finals just about every competition. I have people I can learn from, like Braden, like Manny, like Ben, and yeah, I just can't wait to get better and gain more experience in this competition and have Sam there with me. It's good to have a partner who supports you every step of the way. Moving here to Europe for, several months just so I can get better.
Twist my arm.
Yeah. We loved Innsbruck. We love having Braden with us.
Yeah.
We got to, it's just great company.
Yeah. It's
And we just enjoyed Innsbruck for the week that we were there. We thoroughly enjoyed it. People there were nice.
Very peaceful. I felt so at peace.
Yeah.
The feng shui of Innsbruck was spot on.
Yeah, it was just great. Definitely 10 out of 10 would go back. What was your thought about the comp?
Thought it was, my first international debut as a viewer. It's special to feel like a part of something bigger than oneself, even as a spectator. I think it did a really good job of drawing everyone in. You kind of felt like a little bit of a short-lived community that was built up as a spectator. A lot more intimacy when it comes to viewing the para climbing rather than the elite or the able-bodied climbing. It was a nice balance that I found of watching, rooting the team on, and doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Taking walks, going to the park, finding some solitude, putzing around in the grocery stores, fun things like that I love when I'm traveling. Those are my thoughts.
We're in Augsburg. I have a competition. I think it's like the German Open or it's like the German International. It's some big comp. I just know that. It's not part of the IFSC, but it's a European big comp here in Augsburg. Augsburg is such a small village, small town. So we'll be here for the next week competing, and I'll let you guys know how I do there. Then we're going to Switzerland. Yeah.
I'm stoked for Switzerland.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
So I think one thing that is important for any partner to feel in themselves is that they have some kind of something that is theirs. As I root Johnny on and as I help him drive towards his mission and his purpose in life, I was also trying to, in the last few weeks and months, find my thing. And maybe it unfolds to be some kind of local competitive climbing. I think I love climbing enough for it to be a little bit in that regard, but ever since I was a wee child, 5, 6 years old, I've been upside down. Doing handstands.
Yeah.
The only rule growing up was that I wasn't allowed to do handstands in the kitchen while the dishwasher was open, because if I fell, I would have broken the dishwasher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I was always upside down on my hands, and I thought, okay, what am I good at? What do I like to do? And what maybe does the world need a little bit of? I was ikigaiing myself, as we call it. And so I started a TikTok for my handstand adventures.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be handstanding everywhere, and I'm going to be showing everyone my handstand adventures.
That's cool.
Mixing in my artistry and my own style and my own journey of always getting better at handstands. That's why I love it. You can always learn.
Yeah, she's really good at it. Y'all should follow her on TikTok, Instagram.
Check it out.
Yeah. But again, we want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below. And
like, subscribe, and join us for that.
Ride.
Yay!
We'll see you guys later. Bye.